Are you into pencil sharpeners? Since I started coloring, I am on the quest to find the perfect pencil sharpener. But I don't know if there is an actual perfect pencil sharpener. Today I am unboxing my new AFMAT art manual pencil sharpener. I will open it for the first time, use it for the first time, and let you know my first impression about this particular pencil sharpener. I will also show you this pencil sharpener on the left, the Carl pencil sharpener. I debuted this in my coloring supply haul and I showed it to you. I had never used it and all that good stuff. And yeah, I've been using it now, but I have a little bit of a gripe about this. Just a teeny tiny one. But I want to show you how this works and you'll also get to see how this works. Let's get into it. Let's go. Now, I am ready to unbox this beauty right here. This is the AFMAT art manual pencil sharpener. I bought it from Amazon for $15.99, but it sells for $16.99. So I got a little bit of a discount when I bought this. This is known as the long point pencil sharpener. Let me open it up. The only thing I have done with this is I have opened it to check to see how it looks inside, but I have not used it. So this will be my very first time using this pencil sharpener. One thing I noticed is that I don't have to put the helical blade in here. It's already in here for me. All right. So this is how it looks up close and personal. It has the little drawer here to capture the shavings, and then the sandpaper deal here if you want to make your pencil sharper and get a finer point, you can do it here. And you can also just shape your pencil however you want it. So we have that sandpaper here. Let me take this out. So this is the shaving collection box. That's what I'm going to call it. Now let me slide this back in here. Okay, that's how it goes. We have this here. Now what this pencil sharpener is, it doesn't hold on to the pencil as far as a clasp is concerned like this one, okay? It just automatically feeds in here. Let me read the directions to you so that you will know exactly how to use it and also so I can know as well. Now inside the box there is this here. I think if a leg gets caught in there or broken, they suggest that you use this. And I'll talk about this when I get to the directions. It has a user manual, tells you how to use it, how to sharpen it. But I'm going to read on the back of here how to use the pencil sharpener because they do have the directions or instructions on how to use this pencil sharpener on the back. So let's take a look at the instructions first. On the back of the box, it tells me how to sharpen the pencil. And this is what it says. Insert the pencil and rotate the crank clockwise to begin sharpening. There is no need to hold the pencil as it will feed automatically. That's good. The sharpening is complete when the resistance of the sharpening decreases. Take out the pencil by first rotating the crank counterclockwise and then pulling out the pencil. With this pencil sharpener, I am able to adjust the pencil point. And the way to do that is to rotate the small knob to adjust the sharpness of the pencil. Turning left to the end will get a sharp tip and vice versa. Also on the back of this box, they tell you how to deal with broken lead. Rotate the big knob counterclockwise to take out the blade. Use a hexagon wrench, which is this little thing here that they provided in the pencil sharpener to get rid of the broken lead. Then rotate clockwise to put the blade back into the sharpener. This is how the hand crank looks. I'm going to take it counterclockwise here. Also on this right hand side of the pencil sharpener, in addition to the hand crank, there is a little black knob that you can adjust so that you can get the point that you're looking for on your pencil. Notice that this part here is a sharp point, where this one is more of a blunt point. I am going to put this pencil in here and sharpen it. This is a Soucolor Soft Series pencil. Stick it all the way in. Turn it clockwise until I don't have any resistance. It was a fairly dull pencil, so. Okay, so now the resistance is no more. And then to take it out, I just counterclockwise. Okay. And here it is. It's pretty long. I don't think I set it to be real sharp either. But I see that there is a little bit of something here, I guess, where it has to be in the pencil sharpener. Yeah, this is how it looks. Let me try another one. Stick it in here like that. And I'm going to adjust the point because I didn't really get the point that I wanted. So now, let me start cranking. Okay, no more resistance. Now I counterclockwise to remove the pencil. And this is how it looks. Or should I put it on the white? This is how it looks here. Okay, so that is it. And also, let me show you something about the sandpaper on the side. Right here, you just push that. Put your finger here, push it out. But on the side here is this sandpaper here. And I might want it to be a little bit more sharp than what it is. Of course, I'm sure you can take that out if you want. But I might want a certain point. And I just run it across there to get a sharper point. It is a sharper point here after I did that, but this is how you get more of a point. Of course, you can clean that off. What you will notice is that this is a pencil sharpener that is a long point. So my pencil is going to have a long point versus having a short point with this pencil sharpener. I will have to use this a little bit more to get the hang of how to use it. But I think it's going to be okay because I do like the long point pencils when I sharpen because, hey, the longer it is, the more you can color without having to sharpen it, right? Now, let me show you the Carl pencil sharpener. Now, this is the Carl pencil sharpener. And this is a good pencil sharpener. Don't get it twisted. It's pretty good. But the thing I don't like is what I'm about to show you now. So in order to put the pencil in, you have to squeeze this, pull it out, and put your pencil in, but you have to squeeze this to get your pencil, and it holds on to the pencil like that. On this side, there is a knob you can turn if you want it to be, sharp or blunt. Okay. I'm going to go for a sharp point here. I'm going to go ahead and sharpen and show you exactly why I have an issue with this pencil sharpener. Let me crank. It's easy to crank like butter. And now I get no resistance and I'm ready to take the pencil out. When I take the pencil out, I squeeze this and it gives me the sharp point. Okay. What you will notice on your pencil though, there is a dent in my pencil. It's not as bad as it has been on other pencils, but that's the only issue I have with this. They do make another pencil sharpener that has the rubber clutch in here, and I decided not to buy that one because the negative reviews were talking about how the rubber clutch really wasn't working to move the pencil and progress the pencil on inside of the pencil sharpener. It was a little bit of a design flaw there. So I decided not to get that one. And I opted for the AFMAT one here. Okay. So do I care that this one chews up my pencils? Yes, especially if they are pencils that are expensive. But if, some of my pencils that are not, I don't mind getting little dents on the side. There, you can see that in this pencil, but in some of my other pencils, it's more obvious. But I'm gonna do another sharpening of a pencil so that you can actually see it better. Hold on, let me get another pencil. Okay, I have another pencil that I'm going to feed in here so that you can see a little bit better what I'm talking about. Squeeze this lever, pull this pencil in, you have to pull it out and go from there. This is a Staedtler Design Journey color pencil, by the way. I'm going to sharpen. What I like about this is that this one it's really easy to turn the crank. I don't really have a hard time turning it like I do the other one. Here the pencil is sharpened when the pencil fits snug right here. You know it's ready to be taken out. And now I'm getting a little resistance. I squeeze this, remove the pencil. Okay. Now let's take a look at this pencil. So you can see the dents here better. In the black pencil, you could not really see it, but I could see it. And it is 1, 2, 3, 4. It's all around the pencil. And you can see it pretty good in this pencil. It's like somebody took their mouth and chewed on it and put their teeth indentations in here. So that's the only problem I have with this pencil sharpener. But other than that, this one is okay. Will I continue to use it? Yes. I'm going to sharpen something else, another pencil with the AFMAT pencil sharpener. So let me get one for that. Okay, I have another Staedtler pencil. I'm going to put this in here. What you do is you push it all the way until it stops. And then you start turning your pencil. And this is kind of hard. Now I get no resistance. I counterclockwise turn it to remove the pencil out. This is how it looks. There are no bite marks. The only thing I see is where the pencil being held by the pencil sharpener, but there is no actual dent in the pencil at all. But I wanted this pencil sharpener to see how it works. It works okay. But I noticed that when I am turning the crank, it feels kind of hard. to turn versus this one. That is it. Let me know if you have used either one of these pencil sharpeners, the Carl or the AFMAT. What I noticed right off the bat with these pencil sharpeners is, of course, this one will chew your pencil. And if you don't like for your pencils to look all chewed up, then this might not be for you. But I think actually this is the better pencil sharpener. It is. The reason I say that is because this one, it is really hard. When I'm turning this crank, it was pretty hard to turn it. Yeah, I had to use some muscle, some hand muscle. But this one, it was very easy to turn, no problem. Not with this one. That is it for the pencil sharpeners. Let me know if you tried either one of them. Let me know in the comment section, okay? Until next time, keep coloring. Bye.